when we're born, like it's just like get born, get trauma free, And me, the Nigerian industry, isn't as much as it's just moving fast, but I don't think there's any real direction.
Oh my god.
She's a witch.
You see kids in Niger. If you see the beats, my boy Yazzie creates demonic beats.
Hey God, I beg you, I wasn't here.
Yeah. Big shout out to the UK, but the UK is in a confusion zone right now. They have nothing to hold on to. They're just leeching off every single thing.
I feel give you 50 grand, I'll bring you an artist. Yeah, we'll make
Hi guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Stay by Plan. And I'm in the studio with Zuu and a special guest called Frankie. But before we go to Frankie, Zuu, how are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good, Yeah.
I feel like your locks are really thriving. I feel like I said this.
You said this a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know, is there like a point in like your locks where it just like starts to grow out of reach?
I don't know. I feel like my hair has been growing though, so maybe I just really noticing it. But because I see it every day, like it feels very normal to me. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a couple shout outs actually.
So does this thing where he writes like a shout out on his phone, like he doesn't want to forget. It's very serious and very important.
Yeah, because people actually look for. I forgot some guy's own once, and he saw me again. He's like, "You didn't give me my shout outs. I'm so sorry."
Oops.
So that's like write it down. Yeah. So, but today is just two people. So I went to Laboma Beach. There's this place called The Place.
Okay.
It's a beach bar, and the bartender Jesse.
Hi Jesse.
Said he listens to Stay by Plan. So yeah, shout out to you. And then Mansa and Souza at Goethe Institute.
What were you doing at Goethe Institute without me?
Hey, what is it for?
Because I just feel like that's a place where like there's business to make, like
no.
collaborations.
It was just a normal day. There was no event or anything. It was just a normal day. I just passed through. So yeah. Shout out to you guys.
Okay.
So yeah, let's move on to our guests.
So, do you know why like Frankie is here? Because like me and Frankie met in Lagos, and I'm just giving background. Like Frankie is friends with Benoit Sting, and that's like one person that like I respect and I love. So when she was like, "Oh, I'm so happy you met Frankie. Frankie's my person," I was just like, "Yep, now you're going to be like part of my friends." Because if Benoit likes you, then I like you too.
I love Benoit.
Yeah, so to just see you on Stay by Plan is really awesome because like Frankie's up to so many things. He's into artist management. Should I say management?
Yeah,
or talent.
Yeah, it's a whole conglomerate.
Yeah, he does so many things. He has a magazine, and we're also talking about some stuff for art. So yeah, he's like
he's out there. He's doing his thing, yeah.
So yeah, Zuu meet Frankie, Frankie meets Zuu.
Nice to meet you.
So yeah, Frankie, can you tell everybody about yourself, what you do, and why are you in Ghana?
My name is Frank. Frank Nwafor. My code name is Frank Has a Plan. I'm a creative entrepreneur. I own a conglomerate called Genie Group, which comprises of Sound Genie, a music distribution company, and an independent label. Also goes down to Genie Magazine. It's a culture and creative magazine focused on discovering, amplifying, and documenting creatives around the world, from Africa to the rest of the world. We also have a skate community too, a growing skate community called Genie Skate. Okay. Same aim as Genie Blaqbonez Skate, but bases. We also own a creative space and studios called Genie's Lamp,
Genie
okay. Lamp house.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a creative space. It's like an incubator for creatives. It has one music studio, 2 visual studios, kitchen, and we're working on the garden at the back.
Wow.
It comes with the bedroom, so you can take a break.
Wow.
In between your creativity, because people often neglect their health while creating, And we have a new baby too called Arts Therapy.
Okay.
It's a wellness company.
I know about it, guys.
Starts from the whole essence of art therapy is to give you it's pretty much to use artistic means to as a therapeutic resource or something like that, if I'm using the right words. But it's using artsy or creative means to grant you therapy, from like art sessions to mantras to yoga sessions to hiking. It depends. Everything is all tailored based on like who we're working with. So that's a brief of who I am and what I do.
I want to go into the art therapy. So is this something that you personally host, or do you have like therapists to come and do it for people?
No, it has nothing to do with therapists. You know, it's not. You know, okay. So art therapy is not. You know, nobody's trying to talk. You're not talking to anybody. Nobody's trying to listen to you. You know that you should get a real therapist. You know, like an official therapist. I'm not a real therapist. You know, but art therapy is using arts, like artistic means, to grant you stress relief. Or to help you communicate your emotions better through art. You know, so we can go from paintings. I'm not talking about paint and sips, because
don't sabbath. We have a paint and sip, guys.
So, and down to like mantras, because we have a producer called Yazi. So Yazi creates sounds that triggers dopamine in your brain to like relieve stress.
Wow, that's wild.
So it's really going into human research at this point when it comes to music and artistic means to express your emotions. You know? Yeah. Okay,
makes sense. Makes sense.
I want to go back. Why are you called Frank Has a Plan?
Yo, funny story. I don't even know why. Like, I just I was in. I have to give a big shout out. I can't give a shout out to this babe, but
don't do that. Give her flowers.
Oh my god.
She's a witch.
She returned the flowers to something I cannot comprehend.
I'm crying.
I linked up with like one of my exes, you know. I was in the hotel room, you know, and I just like, I came out to the front door because I think she was like stressing my life.
Right.
You know? And I needed to like take a breather, you know. And at that point, I think somebody called. I was just like, okay, let me just go through Instagram settings. I tried to like apply for that whole verification time when I tried to apply for verification. That time my name was like Frank Nwafor UJ. UJ means urban junkie. I used to own a cab brand. In like 2017, 2018. You know, and it didn't work. I was just like, I need to change this, because somebody now called me Nwafor Rouge. You know, it's not Nwafor Rouge, it's Nwafor UJ separate. So I knew that was like a red flag. It's gonna affect me later. So I was like, I need to. I first tried to be Frank.
that didn't work.
It didn't work. Somebody already had it. You know, I tried let's be Frank. It didn't work. So
I like that one, dude.
I was just like, you know what, Frank has it, because I was trying to also like create a name that would set me up in the future, you know, to always have me going, you know. The whole, it's all about manifesting, even if I might have a lot of stuff, but I'm actually I'm moving by like fate, not by sight, you know. I believe that like I'm buying land in the creative scene by just starting up all this stuff, even if I don't have like I'm not like a fast moving train, but I'm making motion, you know. So I was just like, that's how Frank Has a Plan came in. You know, I just clicked the verification button and ching ching. And I just went back to my room. I looked at this babe. I just smiled at her. She told her like,
I
was like, your sins are forgiven. You know,
I'm screaming.
So I know you've worked in both the Ghanaian and Nigerian space for music. So what is your, I know this is like such a cliche question, but especially from the back end, I feel like you are more like with people in the back end, producers. You mentioned something over here that I said was
A&R
and stuff like that. So when you compare the two, are there differences?
In Ghana and
Nigeria?
There's a huge difference, you know.
What are the
There's
differences?
a huge difference.
Numbers.
I would even start. Numbers are like, to me personally, numbers don't really mean anything. You know, if your progress starts to count when you can actually tell somebody buy this product and they buy it. That's where impact really starts, because numbers can be manipulated. You know, so it doesn't really hold ground like that. Yes, it's good for like walk-ins or doings, but in real life, until you are able to converse someone in real life to buy a product, that's when you're actually making progress. For me though, you know, so like, but the difference between like the Ghanaian and Nigerian music scene, based on my opinion, you know, it's just the way like Nigerians have that extra hustle. I think it's from like a place that like when we're born, you know, like it's just like get born, get trauma free, you know. And if you choose, no, it's real life, you know, like, and if you choose to stay in Nige, you know, you have no choice than to, like, even if you're not trying to make it out, you have no choice than to make it good for yourself. You know? So you have to, like, by the time you wake up and you start a company and the government implements some policies that's crippling your stuff, you have no choice than to grind harder, because poverty is the war against poverty over there, you know, like. But in the case of Ghana, from a Nigerian perspective, Ghana is like a very chill, laid back, you know, things are like well structured to our point of view. You know, I feel like you guys kind of like are so comfortable with what you're trying to create, you know, because I've been in a lot of like sessions and stuff, and I see the process, the energy in night.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can make 5 bangers in one night, or like as much bangers as possible.
Not to cut him, but I've heard this before. Like,
we can make
Ghanaians, when they go to Nigeria and they're in the studio, it's like everybody's trying to make a verse. So like
bangers, bro. Like
if you slack, you just be there.
Yeah, like overnight. Like if you have producers, you have beat or making bangers. Like the grind is there. Everybody's trying to get a hit song. Even if when you get a hit song, there's no real. It's me, the Nigerian industry isn't as much as it's just moving fast, but I don't think there's any real direction towards the speed. You know, I mean, we're trying to pinpoint a way, but you would know that there's still like a huge gap. Especially when the COVID stuff came in, we're not digitally inclined for the COVID effects. Right. You know, it's just like there's a loophole that has been left between 2019, if I'm correct, till 2021 or 2022. You know, and it just got covered by TikTok, which is now no longer like as it's powerful, but like
it's not like before.
One out of 1,000 viralities doesn't really mean stuff to me, you know, like, because you can't control it. I'm not gonna place my whole cheese on something I cannot control. You know, and now it's like the smoke screen is coming on. So what do you now rely back on? You know, there's nothing there because we didn't build during that COVID. We just opted straight into digital world, which is incomplete based on my opinion. But like Ghana, I don't think Ghana has that problem because they're still doing the same thing they were doing pre-COVID and post-COVID. You know, I was in a session like I was in a session like this last time that I came, you know, and it's still just like from a place of comfort, even down to the production. You know, you see kids in Nige, if you see the beats, my boy Yazzie creates demonic beats.
Hey God, I beg, I wasn't here.
Yazzie, I feel like you see all these witches that be in Benin. If you need an intro to your witchcraft, hit up Yazzie, man. He's gonna whip you up with a.
What is it about the beats that makes it demonic?
Yazzie, you need to hear the beat, bro. Like there's some kind of like beat that you just be like, what's going on through this guy's mind? I look at this sometimes. They're like, I look at Yazzie, I'll be like, I get scared.
No, I'm scared.
I get scared.
I'm scared.
I get scared of like, just like, I'm just thinking, this boy's, did he smoke? You know, what is really going on for him to create this stuff? It's every single day he blows my mind, and that's like a very beautiful thing. You know, and since I've been here, I haven't been impressed by like any production or anything. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like it's not great.
Yeah, it's just
but, like based on like the standard or like what I'm
used to.
you know. So I think like Ghana pretty much has, Ghana has so much resources. You know, like we come here, you know, like we create like workshops and stuff. I feel like Ghana is if they can only see, if only they can see what they actually have around them, it would be a very, very beautiful relationship for Ghana and Nigeria. Because think about Ghana doing amazing music as Nigeria, like, and Ghana will just be the spots where Nigerians are coming to shoot their stuff, and Nigerians it's just like
We are just
it's
exchanging.
Like like
So it's like our energies are not matching, so it's not easy for us to
we just like a relaxation spot. We chill, like it's good vibes, like we love Ghanaians and stuff, you know. But when it comes to like music, honestly, man, even now, so there's a creative drought because I'm not really seeing. I know like some on the I was on Spotify's playlist, Ote Ghana. I discovered some people. There's this guy called Juma. There's this other girl called I can't remember, like, but there's a lot. I even reached out to them. I sent them a DM. There's Dan Drizzy too that's doing amazing work. There's this girl called T. T is so T. I met T through Dan and T's voice.
Which T, Tania?
Her name not Tania. But Tania is doing amazing work too. Like big shout out to her, you know. But T hasn't released any stuff. This is raw talent, bro. Like and if only like I when she sent me as demo, I was like, yo, T, like it's bonkers. But like I know that like deep behind my mind that like for you to really
the Ghana
bring this,
she needs Yazzy's energy.
Bro, even Yazzy, bro, if Yazzy can bring in the beat, but like it takes the people to support your people before you can actually get out of here.
True fact.
You cannot depend on the UK. The UK, big shout out to the UK, but the UK is in a confusion zone right now. They have nothing to hold on to. They're just leeching off every single thing that comes by their way. Respectfully. You know, I can, if anybody has a debate about, I'm down to have a debate about
that. I
like,
agree with you.
It's facts. You know, and I from like I've worked with Ghanaians and like I've heard like some of their opinions and they feel like you have to go to the UK for your stuff to blow back in. Now that's cap. To me, Ghana is not really hard to take over. Bro, give me 50 grand and give me an artist and give me 1 year.
To the moon.
50 grand an artist 1 year. You know, like in this same Ghana.
I feel you give you 50 grand, I'll bring you an artist. We'll make
Speaking of artists, what are some of the artists you worked with in Nigeria and in Ghana? Okay, you Nigeria, let's not name drop for Ghana because we know that like never is slow now.
I worked with a lot of amazing artists in Ghana. Dan Drizzy, you know, Space Lee, Melissa. Oh my god, Melissa is amazing. Melissa, she's gonna be a superstar. Like, from the first day that I met her, like in 2018, it's just like, her voice, her personality. You know, sometimes you be like, she don't have sense. Yeah, you be like, you don't have sense, Melissa. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, she's still like 247. If you wake me up, I'm gonna place a bet on Mel. Right. You know, Molly's doing amazing stuff too. You know, Amaray. I'm not even gonna put Amaray because Amaray is gone. You know, I'm not gonna put Amaray. I'm gonna leave space for like the people that are undiscovered. But if you go to Alternative Ghana playlist on Spotify, you will discover a lot of talent.
There's so much talent here. There's so much talent.
I was happy that I in my mind I just said, Benewa, you're showing working. Because like I just started to reach out to all of them, like, yo, like I want to know like your creative process because I'm curious. I want to like, how did you create this stuff? You know, pool filled with like some mid stuff, and you're able to, because people like this, I don't even have to do anything and just like give them one or two advice and align them properly to actually so because if you're in a place that has no motivation, you just feel like there's nothing, you know, like, and you'll be forced to shift the drive. Like, I'm a niche person, I don't move side, so I like, even though small word of encouragement is enough to take.
I find it interesting that he does that because I see that a lot, like in Nigeria, where if a big artist or an artist manager, whatever, they see someone doing good, they actually go out of their way to encourage.
Right.
But it's not all the case in other places. It's like, waiting concern me for this person. Why am I coming to give you flowers? It's like, you see, I don't think it's that different. Is also very like on the job. Like, he's active. You can see he's actively like pushing people. You know, okay, so you say you don't think it's like that. So for example, in Ghana.
No, I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
Yeah.
But there are people who are like still putting
100%. I mean, if you have a kind of bad nuts, like definitely there'll be a few good ones in there.
Yeah.
But like skill wise,
Yeah, but even like building on the Don Jazzy points you made, like it's something that Joseph says a lot of the time. Joseph is another podcaster in Accra, and he always says like he loves to put people on because let's use podcasts for example. The more podcasters that put other podcasters on, you're building an industry.
Yeah.
And without an industry, if you're just one podcast, it's kind of hard to thrive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's nothing that's growing. So if you build an industry, it's going to benefit all of us.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that is kind of lacking in the Ghanaian market.
I wish we do that more. Yeah.
Because if you succeed, indirectly, it's going to benefit me too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I hear that.
Interesting.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Joseph, that's the wisest thing you've ever said.
Hey, what are you trying to say about
him? He doesn't
him?
say many wise things, but
Joseph,
this one is
I
very
hope you see
wise.
this.
I'll send it to you.
That's some real stuff.
Yeah.
Because the more people, that's how you increase your value.
Yeah.
If you're going to be on the same price for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to pick. The knowledge gap is too far.
Yeah.
It's not us against the check.
Yeah.
Because you're
Exactly.
trading, you're just going in debt. All these advances are just loans. You know, you're trading your sleep for sleeps. You know, when you can actually do way more. You know, if everybody puts a workforce together and actually make that sacrifice, the value will be up. The money that you're trying to chase now, if there's nobody charging that minimum amount, you get like everywhere goes up. But people don't really see the foresight or the long term stuff, so they want to make their bag. I mean, the economy is hard enough, so I don't blame them. Yeah.
So what do you think, just like back to the Ghana artists, the underground artists, what do you think is the first step for them to start to break out? What do you need to do?
I would say Ghana artists, they need to team up with producers. And after teaming up, they need to also have a conversation, like sit themselves down and be like, look themselves in the eye and be like, bro, are you tired of poverty? Real shit. I tell my boys this. Like, I tell them, like, it's real life, bro. Like, I look at myself in the mirror and every day I grind because I'm scared. See, I'm not scared of death, but poverty. And they fear around because poverty is like death before death.
Yeah.
No
That's
respect,
a
no
code.
nothing.
It's worse than death.
You know, so you need to, like, because in music, I can say music is not a job because, like, I own franchises in the music industry. I've been an artist, so there's no artist should come with me and say it's just a passion, it's a talent. Until you pull like value into it, it makes sense. So in a case where an artist finds a producer, you know, and the producer is like, you tell your producer, bro, like, bro, you need to take online courses to improve your own production too. You have to be real with your guys, man. People are scared to have, like, we need to start encouraging men having conversations and women having conversations.
Like if it's trash, say it's trash.
You don't even have to even say it's trash. You can actually just say, bro, your stuff is dope, because the stuff is good, but it just sounds like something from 2016.
Like how, like, if somebody does something and it's not nice, you say, oh, like, you don't have to release it now, it's not yet the time. I mean, that's
you
true.
Feel me? Like,
that's true. But like when it's trash and you tell the person that it's not the time,
I think if instead of saying it's trash, you can say, oh, I feel like maybe you can work on your beat.
Oh no,
your
if it's trash,
better.
just say it's trash, because trash cannot be.
I think Ghanaians are very.
It's done.
But there's a recycling bin for trash.
See, listen, if you buy food, like beans, and you leave it outside for 2 days, it turns to trash, right?
Yeah.
No matter how much you microwave it or add spice and everything, would it taste good?
No,
It's
It's
trash.
it's done.
So that's trash. There's some things that cannot be fixed. Now, this advice I'm giving to people that are good. The people that are not good,
right.
just turn this podcast off. Respectfully, man.
Oh my gosh. Our audience, they will come for you. They will actually come for you.
I mean no harm. But, yeah, I mean, like, think about it. Let's say I'm an artist now and a producer. And I know that I'm hard, but you keep giving me mid beats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, and these are like things that I tell you and I tell my boys, yo, bro, like, I think you need to take more classes or master classes, you know. If, let's say, the likes of Killer Tunes, for example, or SARS, or, you know, there are other mentors. It doesn't even have to be the big mentors. You know, there are other underground guys that are harder, but you just need to, like, take courses, learn other stuff, listen to expand your beat catalog, like what you understand that, like, what you understand, your process of beat making, put it aside. Explore a whole new process of beat making. Listen to other sounds. I went to the market today. I got a xylophone and all local Ghana instruments. Because once you add it to the beat, and I said to Yazzie was like, oh my god, I can't wait to use like a kid that just got new
this
toys.
Guy is
so that kind of like that kind of thing. It will ginger me that like bro, this grind. You know, I'm grinding. This guy understands the value of grinding. Raji understands the value of grinding. Kumo understands the value of grinding. So if your producer does not understand the value of how himself, this production can change his life in 1 year. Music has made people millionaires. You just have to now understand, do you want to remain a millionaire or do you want to go back? And that's how you manage your money.
Yeah, 100%.
But like this production stuff, if you sit up, because nobody can take it from you, dog.
Yeah.
If you're good and the person, you said you told the guy to that, bro, you said you have to improve your vocabulary or you have to listen to all this stuff. I was talking to an artist today. His name is Lami. Lami is hard. He has his wordplay is insane. I think that, bro, you're hard, but I need you to be way harder. Like, I need you to storytell in a very, like, imagine a street dude, like, giving you some very, you know, it's just like, and the wordplay he's using is just, when you extend your stuff, it's just beautiful, you know? Like, so, if a producer starts from an artist and they both want to improve,
then they all like grow together.
Over time, they can actually set up a studio and start charging to accrue money to function their whole stuff. Yeah. You're no longer worrying about production. You're no worrying about any of these things. You do a joint tape, do joint releases. Then now you look for someone that's also passionate that wants to do the digital menu or distro. You know, the person learns too. You just have to keep that motivation going because the people like you that are not looking for cash, they're only a few. And they're also looking for other people like you. You know, once you find those people and you keep the drive, just keep going. This person will encourage you to spend this day. This person will encourage you to spend. There's just the mood of like keep reminding yourself that, bro, like what we're doing is not just for French fries. We're actually trying to build mansions from this. You know, we're not just trying to go to KFC
this guy
and
has
buy some like
quotables.
Very
quotables.
They're doing this for French fries, but this is not
But
some
now,
French
Frankie,
fries,
I need you to name drop because the kind of energy that you've brought here, like I want to know some of the artists that you feel like you've touched their work or you've impacted them and then they're actually like on a global space and it's like, yeah, that's my G.
Yo, I'm gonna start with Bad Boy Timz. Yeah, I don't think he's on the global scale right now though. But like I discovered him, you know.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I discovered him, built his
nice.
digital strategy down to he signed to Anonymous, you know. Everyone helps with the deal with Empire, you know, of streaming, you know, but you know how artists and stuff goes. I can't really, it's not a time to really, it's just, I'm not willing to like say my side of the story
no, it's
you
true,
know, but
true.
Things just went wherever way he went. Tyla, crazy thing is I worked with Grammy Tyla. I worked with Tyla in
Grammy Tyla, I like that.
I set up her audio Mac. I cleaned up her YouTube. I distributed Getting Late on the Jam distro before she then went to like RCA. It was because Eze goes here, he runs Republic. Is he 45 or 54? Eze, forgive me, man. I always mix up 45 and 54. Right. But like, so it was through Eze, you know, then I set up, helps Tyla set up a digital, you know, helped out with the rollout plan for Getting Late. And aside from Tyla, Blaqbonez too. I handled Blaqbonez last 2 albums for sales pitching and assisted rollout strategy. The albums were Sex Over Love and Young Preacher, you know. Then we have Dremo, we have Killer Tunes, we have Vector, Jerick, Money Badu, Nobile. I worked with Oxlade.
Yeah, so like he knows what he's talking about, guys. I just wanted to put like some perspective and some respect on his name, so that anybody who's like, who is this guy who thinks this is he's worked with Tyla.
No, it's long. It's long. Yeah. I haven't forgotten a lot, you know. But man, if you're listening to this and you know that I've worked with you, there's a time for you to give me a shout out. You know,
give him his flowers, man.
Give him my flowers, you know.
Real, like, even though he doesn't want to give the flowers,
it's because like I'm not the guy that comes and says I work to this or that. So like it helped me out by giving me my flowers, you know, so I don't feel like I'm being too needy showing up my stuff. Even though I'm gonna show it, you know, it's just gonna help with the cosign. But like it goes a long way, you know. Yeah.
So I have a question. When we started the episode, you mentioned like 47 businesses.
Yeah. Amen. Oh. God, I beg. Your child has come before you.
All of them like under Genie, like variations of Genie, or you said a conglomerate, yes. So how do you manage, like as a young person, how do you manage all these things? Like how do you sleep? Like how do you make it work?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna first say my team helps me out, you know, a lot. You know, funny how my team is just like Raji is he hasn't even graduated yet from university. Komo just graduated. Because Komo graduated, they're about to graduate.
No, congratulations.
You know? It's just me and AP that, you know, like who finished school since. You know, we're just a team of I think 6. For the Sound Genie, it's just it's myself and Raji that handles that part. You know, AP handles PR. Then Genie Mag, I have a partner in Birmingham, Reynolds, so he helps with editorial pieces. Genie Skates, I have a partner, Abel. We went to school together. Even Reynolds and I went to school together. So Abel helps with like Genie Skate, because like it's overwhelming. So I just help with the business aspect. Then art therapy, I have a partner called Risa. So Risa is very passionate. She has the same passion as I have as regards art therapy, so she helps out. But overall, managing the whole thing is so hectic, you know. Like I it's just sometimes I just like look at the mirror and just cry, you know, like because it's just too much, you know. And there's no like, you know, other than I say my team, you know, you can I'm listening, but like when I really dip it. I mean, I can communicate with my team, but there are some things that are just so heavy that there's nobody to really talk to, you know, because I don't really trust the smiles in the game, because I'm a youngin and I've done so much. You know, I do understand that I'm a threat. I'm not going to like downplay myself, you know, because things that people that are in the scale of 1 year, 5 businesses that are thriving, they have their individual community and they're moving, you know, with the barest minimum funds. I know the impact that I bring, and it's scary too. You know, so by the end of the day, I just don't understand that like God, you know, brought me for like an impact, you know, and if we gotta die on the line for this impact, it's gonna happen. I don't give a fuck.
That's right.
You know, so
that's right.
I'm just gonna wake up every day, and just appreciate that I actually made it this far, rather than thinking about the stress that it comes with or the burden that it comes with. Because I love my team, man. They make me happy every day. You know, seeing them grind. You know. It just validate your
like, everything
craziness,
doing,
you know. I'm not saying everywhere this guy's crazy or this guy's this thing, you know, because I can be awkward sometimes. So, it's just they just make things easier. And my family too. My parents are always like checking in. My mom, I speak to my mom when I'm down. You know, I speak to my dad too, because my dad is in Niger. You know, I speak to my sisters. My brother is a neurosurgeon, so he still makes time. Cool. Yeah, I speak to my baby sis. You know, I have a whole lot of love from home first.
Yeah,
that's
you know,
that's
so
important. Yeah,
when I feel weak, I take a break. I don't care where I stopped. You know, I don't care if the company's already moving too fast. You can't. I don't care. Like everybody else can. If I die, you're gonna wait regardless. You're gonna move on. So I'm just gonna like, if you really love what I'm doing, you're gonna just wait because you believe that like this guy took a break for a reason to get back in tune. So I'm very well calculated and very strategic, I would say, and it's all just God's grace overall.
So guys, when we take breaks,
love it.
Have mercy on us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have a question?
No, I think I can wrap up.
I know I have one more question. So I want to talk briefly about the Ghana and Nigeria are the pioneers of Afrobeats.
Where? What did you say?
Ghana and Nigeria are the pioneers of Afrobeats.
I'm sorry, what?
Why? It's
am I
fact
wrong?
or fiction?
Am I wrong? I'm right.
Sorry. I'm sorry, what?
Okay, what is it? What is it from your perspective?
Honestly, I'll get bashed for this.
Oh no!
But I gotta
it's
be
a
like
safe space.
very.
I
I gotta be very honest. Like the Afrobeat history is not something that I know strongly of.
Yeah.
You know, but from what I know, I'm not seeing where does Ghana fit into.
Ghana and Nigeria. You're saying like we should delete the Ghana.
Yeah, of course. Like what you mean? Like what you mean?
No, actually, get off my podcast. I will not take this slander.
I will not agree. We can agree to disagree.
No,
I'm
no,
not even agreeing to disagree. Get off my podcast. 'Cause that's a lie.
Oh, no, I think like both countries, our scenes have played a role.
100%.
In what?
In where it is today.
You went what? Afrobeat?
Yeah,
Ghana?
Yeah.
Ghana?
Yes.
Ghana?
Me, like you said, I'm
Drake?
also
You Germans and Drake? Ghana?
no. But for like you see, just like you said, I don't know like the history.
Oh,
you know,
I don't know the history. I'm just
like-
actually just playing.
Yeah,
you know?
just like that. But I do feel like both of us have played.
But
a role.
I'm pretty sure if you I don't think Ghana is part of it. You know?
Oh, we are part.
I mean, you guys have
We
each
are
other
parts.
to deal with, man. You guys have to solve each other's problem. You really wanna
No. This one I know
interject
for a
into
fact.
Afrobeat?
I know for a fact we have. I just don't know the details right now.
Yeah,
right?
because I don't think you'll ever know it.
Oh, I
Because
know.
it
I
don't
know
exist.
who to ask, but right now I don't have it
Who would you
off the
ask?
top of my. Oh, there are people who know the stuff. Me, I don't know. So
Okay,
yeah.
I stand to be corrected because, like I said, I don't really know stuff, but I've never heard Ghana.
And today you've heard. So from today you learn.
Yeah.
But what I was
Yeah.
gonna ask is what do you see the future of Afrobeats looking like? Because I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like obviously music evolves and everything, but I feel like
Yeah.
Afrobeats is kind of coming towards its end, if that makes sense. I feel like people are running out of ideas. And we are kind of moving more into the alternative scene. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what's really coming out of West Africa now. And then we're also seeing hip hop is kind of coming back up in Africa. Obviously, house music through Amapiano and all those things is coming back up. So, what do you think is the future of Afrobeats? Do you think artists should start to pivot into these other sounds, or do you think Afrobeats is still like a safe place for new artists to go into and thrive?
So what you said, you have a point. You have a very valid point. You know, I'm gonna start with validating your point about the alternative one before I commence.
That's Zoo, the music connoisseur.
Oh yeah, me that.
But as regards Afrobeats, I'm just gonna start with, first of all, big shout out to where Afrobeats has reached.
Yeah.
You know, that's amazing. You know, it's just like it's just like we're validating our dreams of like 10 years ago. You know, 10 years ago we never like visualized any of these things going on. So I'm not gonna think about how Afrobeats ends or when it ends or if it's gonna end. I'm just gonna appreciate it for now, you know. But although there's a huge knowledge gap in understanding this Afrobeats, because the Afrobeats now, I mean, there are like amazing records that are going on, but what is really mainstream just feels very regurgitated. You know, it's just the same. There's no, if there's creativity, it's just off. It's not giving culture. It's just giving like, I want to be creative so bad, but it sucks. You know?
Yeah.
And I mean this respectfully. You know, I'm not gonna name drop, but like, there are some videos that are just so off.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm so confused, so
Yeah.
colorful and extremely like there's no this thing. I'm just like, and now you can make your videos based on however you want to do it. But now, like, let's look at the knowledge. Look at me that I've done so much doing, but I don't even know the history of Afrobeats.
Yeah.
There's no knowledge gap. There's nobody that like in Niger or in there. You can't be. It's hard for you to say, for somebody to come and say, "Let me mentor you," without them either wanting to own your stuff or want you to slave under them. They will never. Nobody's trying to give you the fishing hook to learn. You know, and that's a problem because knowledge is not being passed. If there's knowledge not being passed, how do you know what to create? When people are creating like other genres of music, you're not even giving them. You're not validating what they're actually doing. You know, me, I can't remember the last time I actually created anything Afrobeats. You know, I'm pretty much heavily inclined on R&B, alternative, you know, hip hop. I can do Afro soul, Afro pop, but like I don't even understand what you would call Afrobeats anymore because everything just sounds like heavy log drums, lamba, like it's just very it's unserious. Some is very unserious, but there are some that are so hard.
Yeah.
Like I know of diverse salt. I mean, is this salt? Yeah. Last time, Ajay, Lami. There's so much. Like Balo Rankin also makes good music. Omalay, Remy boy. Fuck, Remy is the truth.
The truth, bro.
That guy's the truth.
Come on,
See,
take that plan, Remy.
Rema. I don't think Rema even understands the power that I think he feels like he understands the power that he fully possesses, but that guy
He
doesn't understand. Like, bro, you see, like Remy. Anytime I wake up and I see this guy, he just validates your dream.
Yeah.
Like he just tells you like, "Nah, smalls." He's just like there's a kind of like it feels like he just when you listen, he just tells like, "Free, nah, smalls." He just fixes your mind up. And I like the way he carries the team along too, from his entire team, London, Scared of Me. That's how this is someone that understands the value of team building, understands the value of even if Afrobeats is not getting to a point, I know that my team will carry me to the point of where it's beyond Afrobeats. If I've already declined, I'm not gonna decline.
Right.
But like how many people are doing this? Everybody's just pretty much making music now for checks.
Yeah.
There's nobody that distribution. Everybody's asking how much job can you give me advance? Can you give me just like bro, like it's a business.
Yeah.
Like you're not are you not scared to even get an advance? Like you don't even know your value yet. Like what are you rushing for? Like you've not even developed yourself properly. That you want to get an advance. Don't you understand you're gonna pay that money back? And don't you understand that extremes from Nigeria, Ghana, Africa, they pay so very low?
Yeah.
And don't you understand that what you're getting from support is just covers this and that? Like you're getting minimum. Big shout out to Spotify again, man, because like they be going hard, they be infusing. See, there's a difference between you just supporting culture from like one leg in, and actually going inside the culture and understanding what people need and actually amplifying it from music. Every is different, that's down to fashion, down to like beauty. I never imagined any of this piece could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Spotify.
Yeah, like so it takes a lot. Like I feel the same way, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like Afrobeats is just like it's going fast, but it's not going fast in any direction. It's just nobody's even trying to do. If someone just have it song, you're already going to Europe. What are you looking for in Europe? You get like, imagine a Euro person gathering it now, running back here to come and do it. You don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Why are you going to the US?
Yeah.
Your people cannot even afford you anymore. Like it used to be like back then when you get it, so you're going to invest store because you're trying to tap into ground root.
Yeah.
If the next generation don't understand the kind of music that you're listening to or the kind of music that is going on, how do you want them to hold it down? It's not us that's gonna hold it down. If the next generation are tapping into something that they understand, and if it's not Africa that they understand, it's gone.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have OGs, quote unquote OGs, just trying to gatekeep this stuff, and just so they can, big respect to wherever the OGs are, but no, it's not OGs. Not really by how old you've been in the game, but how many people have you really given a fishing hook to actually fish in this Afrobeat scene? How many A&Rs do you even know? A&Rs don't really get paid. Like for me to even make money on A&R, I don't listen to nothing. I don't give a fuck about what the rule is. If it's not making sense for me, I'm out. How many A&Rs can demand for that because they feel like their position is so little that if they just make a sound, they're off the team and they're back to square one.
Yeah.
How many managers are like actually understand the game? How many artists say that, okay, bro, let me pay for your music business, these things, go and learn more stuff? Or how many people do it?
Yeah.
Nobody, they don't really do it. Like unless a little bit. So how do you want to sustain something when the workforce is depleting so bad?
I hope people are listening to what he's saying.
Everybody
It's
just
very
chasing.
deep.
Yeah, it's
He should be
deeper.
the president of the music industry.
It's so heavy. That's why I barely speak, because if I'm speaking, I'm just going to be called crazy because it's just like join the line, Jai. Wait till they talk. People are making money, but like it's deeper than money, bro. If you die, none of that shit matters.
Yeah.
It's deeper than money. Like I'm sorry, man. Maybe I didn't understand what ever being broke was, and I'm good about that. Like but at least I've taken people from poverty, and that's fact.
Yeah.
I had the comfort, and I left comfort. I got it. I left my parents in Jerusalem. I left that hostel. I used to sleep under the bridge in like 2016 with one of my old boys, Kelvin Osita. So like it's a choice that I made to like experience this trauma, and I didn't need to. So like whatever it takes for me to ensure that nobody else experiences it, it's cool. You know, but how many people are gonna think like that? They just wanna get a check.
So my takeaway from today's conversation is avoid poverty.
Avoid poverty, man.
Run away from poverty.
Work hard.
And
put other people on.
No, exactly.
Work smart.
Yeah, put other people on.
Yeah. Put a lot of people on.
And then so just to wrap up the conversation, something we like to do is we like to ask people, who would you like to talk to, or who would you like us to talk to on Stay by Plan?
Yeah.
I want you to talk to everybody that is into music or like needs sounds in their life. From like if you own an insurance company and you need like music for your background, if you need like great production, a great team, you know, for music, reach out to Yazzie. He's the guy. That guy is the future.
We're looking for Yazzie ourselves.
But I don't think there's anybody personally that I want to like talk to that I didn't already send a DM. So I want them to either reply or ignore. Like,
they'll definitely come out
again. Sound Genie again. Genie Boy for life.
And then what song have you been feeling that you've listened to recently that you'd like the people to also listen to?
Last Time by Yazzie and Ajay the Realist. Ghetto Child by Yazzie.
Okay.
Featuring Vasa.
Okay.
I'm feeling Diverse Salt. I'm also feeling Min's new drop. Min's and 255 TM. So you want Chelsea Shadow, that's the name of the song. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's like I'm feeling Folake by Taves too. I love Taves. That guy's gonna be a star. Yeah, I'm also feeling Happy by Melissa too. Yeah.
Okay.
But in general, I'm feeling Last Time. Because Last Time says, the last time I checked, it was every man for himself. The last time I checked, my brother, when you get hungry, you get bad ideas. Facts. We're spitting over here, man.
Yeah. What you saying over here? So
this was very fun and hilarious.
Informative, everything.
I'm looking forward to the comment section. Guys, don't disappoint me.
Please forgive me.
Make sure you follow Frankie Has a Plan everywhere. And of course, like, comment, subscribe to Stay by Plan. And thank you so much for joining us.
Stay by Plan, Frank Has a Plan.
That's right. I didn't even, bro.
So it is what it is.
Frank has a plan, so you gotta stay by it.
That's it.
There's something cooking. So
it's cooking.
Wait on it.
Like Nigerian jollof.
On that note, sorry to end the show on a bad note, but
okay, guys, take care. Love you. Bye.
Bye.